since your return?
Yeah, it's a great honour to win, one of these nights against these players, So the first job was trying to get Gez out. That little thing of losing to him 10 times. That was a big relief really, because I've had a few chances against Gez before, but not taking them. So tonight I took my chances, and it just got better. I didn't expect to beat the best dart player on the planet, 6-1. So and then to beat Gian in the end, it's my night, and that's all that counts.
But you touched on the Gezi opportunities, and I'm guessing last week was still in your mind as well, because you had a great chance to beat him there. Does that win against Gezi almost mean more than a nightly win because of the monkey on your back?
Yeah, probably, I'm not saying more than the nightly win, but it was nice to get that monkey off my back. It really was. You think about how do I beat him? How I need to take my chances. What do I do to do this? So tonight, it worked for me tonight, and I was quite solid against him. So it's just my night, and I'm chuffed a bit to that.
Before a dart was thrown, you were favourite to finish bottom. Did you find that quite disrespectful, considering your record in the Premier League? And is this just nice to say, hang on a minute, I am still one of the very best in the world?
Well, it is what it is, isn't it? I can't change that, can I? I just go up there and try to play darts, and obviously I'm doing something right. So yeah.
And does this almost feel like a title win? We know there's nothing, it's just a Premier League nightly win. Does this feel like more because you haven't picked up something in so long?
Yeah, maybe, but you've got to look at it. I know what I've got to do to get to week 17. I need points on the board, and so far so good. So that's what my aim is, to get to week 17, and then who knows. So by winning, a few nights, 2 points on that board every week, it's hard to stop then on week 17.
Did you feel earlier on that it could be your night?
Well, after that first game, I was nervous in that first game against Gezi. Against Luke, obviously Luke didn't play to his best, but I took my chances, and that's the game of darts. You need a bit of luck. Obviously you need to play well, but if he doesn't hit and I do, well, the ball's in my court, and that's what happened tonight. So put a smile on my face.
Jonny, the whole narrative in this sport for the last 2 or 3 years has been it's a young man's game or a young woman's game. You're defying the odds. You're showing that the oldest swinger in town can still win. Is that a nice feeling as well? Because it's almost sort of constantly having to prove that, hey, you know what, there's a lot of other players out there.
Yeah, I go up to win, I'm a young 51, mind. A really young 51. But, all jokes aside, I walk in that practice room, I do get a bit of stick that I'm the oldest in there, don't get me wrong. But
so what do they say to you?
Yeah, it is just, here comes Grandad kind of thing, So, but it's all fun, it's all in good heart, and that's what you want. It's banter. It relaxes you, and it's great. Really good to be, back in the winning circle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we spoke about it's actually been a long time since beating Gerwyn Price, but it's over a year since you actually beat Luke Littler. So that was a good one, and obviously not so long since you beat Jan, but he's very much a different proposition. Probably one of the best nights you've had in the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely. The standard of this game at the moment. Anybody can win. So that's the thing. I just got to get up on that stage. I have to concentrate on my game, not care about anybody else's game. If I can do my game right, I've got a good chance of winning, and that's what I try to do.
Of course, at one stage you was actually averaging 110, and you just missed a double six for the 116. Jan came back in, but you found a way to tighten the screw. That must be good, not letting someone of that standard back into the game. Yeah,
but that's, all jokes aside, I don't know if it was one of the best games, I don't know, but it felt good in my game. I felt really good, but I think I kept him under pressure, so the game gets a little bit more difficult for him then. So it's like, I'm doing my job, and that's all that counts.
And 156 to end the match. That must be the cherry on the cake for the evening.
Yeah, it's a good way to finish, isn't it? So really happy with that.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Jonny, for so much of the last 2 years, everyone's been made of Luke, and Luke will if they turn up, they win everything. We're now 3 nights in, and they haven't picked up a title yet. Does that just show that they are beatable, and you guys are on a level with them?
Well, we're picked to play this competition on ability, so we're all out to win. So we're doing our job at the moment. They've not clicked, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure them two will click, and then it's going to be difficult for us all again. So I'm trying to get as many points on the board as I can early on, and then hopefully you'll see me in London.
Well, you touched on the points. the last time we were in the Premier League, I remember you were almost in tears because you couldn't get a win and you left yourself so much to do. How important is it to get those points on the board so you're not chasing come the latter weeks?
Yeah, it's massive, pal. It really is. It's massive. You know, once they're on that board, you can't take them away. So it's for other people to chase. You know, I've been there, I've done that. It is difficult if you're not winning, you know, but, you know, that's the game. You know, if somebody plays better than you, you've got to get it right somewhere. And, you know, hopefully I've started off good and hopefully I can carry on. Just bad.
Cheers, everyone.